Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
Rockford Police Department introduces a new app. It's designed to give you a direct connection to crime-fighting efforts.
And Governor Pritzker makes it official. The Illinois budget for fiscal year 2023 is signed. See what's included in the financial planning for the state.
Plus, a federal court strikes down mask mandates on public transit. The Biden administration plans to challenge the ruling. Stateline travelers react.
Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. If you see something, say something. That's what Rockford Police ask all of us.
And to make it easier, the department's partnered with an app that will even allow for anonymous tips. Nicole Delgado was there for the official rollout.
That's right, Eric and Mimi. The Rockford Police is now part of the Tip 411. Departments around the country use it as a bridge between the police department and the community.
Anything that makes it easier for the community to report. We know that we would probably rather text than pick up the phone and call in today's world.
Rockford Police have a new tool to fight crime, you and an app.
And this seems like a really easy way to get everybody involved and be able to easily report things that they're seeing.
Tip 411 allows people to send in tips through their cell phone. You can also upload videos and photos that go straight to the Rockford Police Department. Police Chief Carla Reed says this is a way to provide information they need anonymously.
Solving crime is like putting a puzzle together. They have a resident over here that's seen one thing that was suspicious, another one that saw a vehicle fleeing the area. All of that information is what we need to solve crimes.
Rockford's mayor agrees, saying it's just another tool to help solve crimes happening in our neighborhood.
Additional license plate readers, cameras, things, gunshot detection software, things of that nature. This is yet another tool in that toolbox. And I would argue that this is really a tool for our officers, but it's also a tool for our citizens.
Andrea Cox hopes others download the app and local law enforcement keep our community safe.
They're making it easy for us to get involved. It's now just up to us as the citizens to be willing to help out and be willing to accept the responsibility that we have in helping to deter crime instead of just talking about it or complaining about it.
Tip 411 is not a substitute for calling 911 if you have an immediate emergency. If you can't or don't want to download the app, you can also text tips to RPD tip to 847411. We have all that information on my website on mystateline.com. Mimi?
All right, thanks, Nicole. The state of Illinois officially has a budget. Governor Pritzker signed the fiscal year 2023 budget today. It includes $46.4 billion of revenue and $45.9 billion in expenditures, resulting in a $444 million surplus for the state. Major parts of the budget include funding for mental health and substance abuse services, money for social safety net programs, billions of dollars for infrastructure projects throughout the state, and $1.8 billion in tax relief for families.
The budget that I'm signing today brings real improvements to the lives of working families and sets us up for a stronger fiscal future.
Republican lawmakers in the State House say they were effectively shut out of budget negotiations and are calling for the tax reductions to be made permanent.
Illinois' budget includes a program that provides a boost to a high-tech industry. The Manufacturing Illinois Chips for Real Opportunity, or MICRO Act, provides tax incentives to companies that make semiconductors, microchips, and their component parts. It's designed to attract chip manufacturing plants to Illinois to help ease supply pressures. For months, Stellantis' Belvedere assembly plant has shut down several times. Company executives blame the chip shortage. This new law provides qualifying manufacturers with an enhanced version of the EDGE tax incentive over 15 years.
There's one less pandemic-related effect for travelers to worry about.
If you plan on taking a train, plane, or a bus, you can leave the mask at home. We told you yesterday how a federal judge voided the order mandating masks on public transportation. The Biden administration says it will no longer enforce the travel mask mandate while the White House reviews its options.
This is obviously a disappointing decision. The CDC continues recommending wearing a mask in public transit.
The decision comes as the U.S. sees a rising number of cases that's driven by Omicron subvariant BA2. 34 states and territories saw at least 10% increases over the last week.
Here in the state line, passengers arriving at Rockford's airport were some of the first to fly without the mask mandate in place. We asked some of the passengers how it felt flying without the mask requirement.
It's hard to say because this is the first day, so I think people were still probably unsure about how to handle it, but I could see how it might make a lot of people feel more relaxed about traveling, and it was nice to have a choice in the matter.
The Biden administration has indicated that it does plan to challenge the judge's ruling. In the meantime, Rockford Mass Transit has also lifted masking requirements. Officials there say that masking is still encouraged, but both riders and drivers will no longer be required to wear them.
A Rockford area facility known for producing power launches an effort to study clean air. Byron's nuclear plant just got a $2.5 million grant. The plant's parent company, Constellation, and several partners will look at the possibility of using direct air capture technology to pull carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Nuclear plants don't produce carbon emissions, but this technology could help with overall CO2 removal. The University of Illinois at Champaign is one of the plant's partners. The research should be finished in 2023.
The Better Business Bureau is warning of a new scam hitting those looking for a good deal. The scammer posts items for auction online with unbelievably low starting prices, then require you to upload your personal information and even a copy of your driver's license to begin bidding. And when you win the item and send in your money, the scammer disappears with your cash and your personal information. The BBB suggests researching the auctioneer and auction house before you bid.
Two state line companies head to the Final Four of Maker's Madness. Fruit by the Foot is produced by General Mills in Belvedere. Several of the Orion spacecraft capsule's components are made by Ingersoll in Rockford. They're in the semifinals of the competition for the coolest thing made in Illinois. The R1T electric truck produced in Normal and the custom blazed diffraction gratings made in Champaign are the other finalists. You can vote for your pick of coolest thing made in Illinois through April 24th. We have a link on our website, mystateline.com. Russia's major offensive in eastern Ukraine is underway. Key to their strategy, according to experts, is taking Mariupol. That city is on the brink of falling.
This means even heavier bombing and shelling, and as Justin Finch reports, creating an even bigger humanitarian crisis.
Following Ukrainian President Zelensky's announcement that Russia's major offensive in eastern Ukraine is underway, this from Russia's foreign minister.
Another stage of this operation is beginning, and I'm sure this will be a very important moment of this entire special operation.
Pentagon officials noting there is fierce fighting underway, but saying it's not yet heavier than since Russia launched its war.
The Russians are doing what we call shaping. They're trying to set the conditions for more aggressive, more overt, and larger ground maneuvers in the Donbass.
In Mariupol, a crucial port city in Ukraine's southeast, Russia making a second call for surrender. Ukrainian leaders saying their military will fight to the end as their forces take refuge in the Mariupol steel plant. Those troops continuing to fight as Russian forces advance. Bombed and blasted for months, Mariupol's capture would allow Vladimir Putin's troops land access to Crimea to mount future attacks. ABC's Stephen Ganier.
The Donbass is much more favorable to the kind of warfare that the Russians are used to conducting, this tank warfare or areas where they can have artillery barrages. So it's going to be very, very tough for the Ukrainians to defend.
That's Justin Finch reporting. Living conditions for Ukrainians sheltering in the country are reaching crisis levels. UNICEF estimates some 6 million Ukrainians now have a hard time getting access to drinkable water.
Now, your First Warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, things are pretty quiet for us this evening. A live look with our Mercia Skytrack camera out in Freeport, kind of looking to the north and northwest of the Park Hills Golf Course. We've had some sunshine out there today, mixed in with a little cloud cover. You are going to notice, though, clouds increasing from the west and southwest here this evening, and that'll lead to a mostly cloudy sky as we go through the night. But we are going to stay dry, despite radar showing some light rain showers now crossing over the Mississippi Mississippi River. Our atmosphere is still pretty dry now that high pressure is moving overhead. That'll eventually shift to our east, but our dew point temperatures here in the upper teens and low 20s, so plenty of dry air with that high pressure kind of centered right now over the Mississippi River. And those clouds and the rain showers you saw on satellite and radar, the result of some warmer air actually coming in just above the surface from the southwest. Temperatures right now, we're at 50 in Freeport, 52 in Rockford, 49 in Rochelle. You've dropped down to 48 in DeKalb, 51 this last hour for our weather watcher Ben in South Beloit. That dew point temperature sitting at 20, 23 for that dew point number for Bob here on the southeast end of Rockford. Temperature right now at 51. So pretty comfortable out there. And unlike these last couple of days, the wind today has not been overly strong. Unfortunately, that'll change during the afternoon tomorrow. So let's talk a little about tomorrow, because we've got the showers that will move in by this time Wednesday afternoon. Cloud cover stays with us tonight. Temperatures will drop on either side of that 40-degree mark. So right around 39, 40 degrees to kickstart our Wednesday. Wednesday morning going to start off dry, but I don't think we see much sunshine, at least in the morning. Once we get afternoon, we'll start to pull in a little more moisture. A few light showers will be possible. That'll take us through about the 1, 2 o'clock hour. But once we get to about 3, 4, even 5 o'clock, that's when a little more of that steady rain comes in, and there could even be a few embedded thunderstorms within that through Wednesday evening. No severe weather expected, but some heavier downpours possible by the time you get ready to head home tomorrow evening. So just keep that in mind. This is going to be fairly progressive, so we do not have to be concerned with any flooding issues. Those rain showers will start to taper off by about midnight. I'd say between about midnight and 2 o'clock Thursday morning. Temperatures will be slow to drop then. There is a cold front that comes through Wednesday night, but our temperatures on Thursday, they're actually going to warm thanks to a westerly wind. By Thursday afternoon, we're in the upper 60s to near 70 degrees. Actually, Thursday shaping up to be a very nice day. Cloud cover then comes back in Thursday night, and we've got the chance for more showers and thunderstorms overnight Thursday into Friday morning. As far as the rain for tomorrow, you're looking at about 1/4 of an inch, maybe in a couple of spots, 1/2 an inch of rain. So not a heavy downpour, but enough to kind of help continue to alleviate some of those drought conditions that some of us are still in, because beyond that, things actually look to turn a little more dry. So Thursday, a nice day. Temperatures near 70 degrees. That cold front falls back to the south, tries to lift back north as a warm front. But because on Friday morning we are going to have showers and thunderstorms, that slows the progression of that warm front. So there's going to be a big temperature difference from north to south Friday afternoon. South of the front, 70s, near 80, no problem. Central, southern Illinois. Notice how much of the day on Friday we are north of that boundary. That means temperatures will most likely remain in the lower 60s. Could even have a couple of spots in the upper 50s. And not really the nicest of days, as we've got rain likely for the first half of the day. Warm front then surges north Friday night into Saturday. Look where that puts us for a temperature on Saturday, close to 80 degrees. It does get windy though, so keep that in mind if you're planning some outdoor activities. And I think Saturday definitely going to be our pick day out of the weekend. You've got the chance for some showers and thunderstorms that'll come in Saturday night, then into Sunday. Beyond that, guys, while the warmth is nice, it is short-lived, because we will drop right back down below average as we look into the last week of April.
Now sports with Sports Director Scott Leber.
Well, the Ice Hogs' magic number for clinching a playoff berth is 5 points, and that could be 3 after they skate off the ice tonight. They'll be taking on the Wolves in Rosemont, and if they get a win, that magic number will be 3. The Wolves have already clinched the Central Division Championship. They've lost only 14 games all season, but the Ice Hogs played extremely well against them. The Hogs have won their last 3 matchups. Tonight, the Ice Hogs will be without DJ Buzzdecker. He'll be out at least a week with a shoulder injury. But top scorer Lucas Reichel is back. He has been returned by the Blackhawks. And the White Sox game in Cleveland has been postponed again tonight. They'll make it up tomorrow. The Cubs will host the Rays. The Cubs will be going for their 3rd straight win. Well, for the first time today, the Bears took the practice field under new head coach Matt Eberflus. They opened up a voluntary 3-day mini camp. Eberflus wants his guys locked in on the basics.
My main message this morning was this. I said, hey guys, football comes down to the simplest form of execution. And what is that? And that's, alignment, assignment, key, and technique, and everybody has that. So when you get to play offense, defense, or kicking, when you get to play from the huddle, man, let's get lined up, right? Let's align, assign, key, and technique, and let's execute.
The NIU Huskies just wrapped up spring practices this past weekend. The Huskies won the MAC last season despite having a leaky defense. The Huskies gave up almost 34 points per game. But Coach Hammock says he saw a vastly improved defense this spring.
These guys have matured, they've grown up, they've developed, they have a better understanding of the schemes, and they can go out there and make plays. And it's exciting. We can play a different style of game come the fall with a defense like that.
And Hammock also has a new weapon on offense. Sophomore Billy Dozier was sensational in the Huskies' final practice Saturday in 11-on-11 drills. He ripped off 2 long touchdown runs. He came on campus as a receiver, but he's been moved to running back with his explosiveness. Dozier could be used in a lot of ways.
You know, we're going to have a role for him. We think he can do multiple things. We think he still can play receiver. He has some versatility, but we're going to use him as a chess piece in our offense and do a lot of things with him.
We'll keep our eye out for him in August. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Candace will have a final check of the weather in a moment.
But first, here's what's planned for News Nation later.
It's one of the most important jobs in America, but the pipeline is running dry.
I always thought this was like a man's industry, so I was afraid of the unknown.
Tonight, News Nation goes inside truck driving school to meet the women who are taking the keys to the future. Plus, the major company paying some of their drivers a 6-figure starting salary.
We see it as an investment.
How their higher than average pay could change the entire industry. Truck Week continues tonight and all week on News Nation Prime.
That's all coming up in the fastest growing cable news network in America. Catch News Nation on these cable and satellite channels. You can also visit newsnation.com.
Cloud cover will be on the increase for us tonight. The first WARN interactive radar brought to us by Rockford Auto Glass and More. Temperatures tonight down to 39. We're up to 52 for tomorrow afternoon. Rain will move in, so by this time tomorrow we'll be dealing with some showers and a few embedded thunderstorms. Temperatures on Thursday. Thursday looks like a very nice day. Upper 60s near 70. Rain, thunder move back in Thursday night into Friday. Temperatures will cool but then warm during the overnight, close to 80 by Saturday.
All right, thanks, Candace.
And thank you for spending some of your time with us. Stay safe.